Hello, everyone. So, I thought in honor of today being Memorial Day here in America, I would make a red, white, and blue bracelet. Although this thread doesn't look like it's red when it's off the roll, but it does look like it's red when it's on it. So, yeah, today, if you're living in America, is about remembering the people who fought in battles to keep us free. Just saying. So you notice I'm doing this a little differently this time around, which hopefully will work. I cut off, I made the outer thread red, and I cut off 38 inches and then folded it in half, because I think I read the directions wrong the other day when it said 19 inches. I was thinking 19 inches, like, and then folding it in half, but no. I think it meant you're supposed to cut 19-inch strands and then tie them in a knot. But, you know, that's what happens when I do things when I really don't have enough coffee in me. So, anyway, I just wanted to kind of remember those who fought to keep us free my own way. So, that's what I'm doing. So now what I'm going to do is tie this end in a knot as well. There's a lot left over, but that could be a good thing, because oops, you know what, it says to put a piece of tape on it once you get these organized, so I think I'm going to do that. Why struggle? What was I saying? Sorry. So I thought whether you tie them in a knot when they're cut, or just make longer pieces and fold them in half, it's the same thing, right? Do not come apart, you. Now that I have you where I want you, I think. Stay there. There you go. Okay, so I tied a knot in this end as well. I'm going to loosen this up, straighten my lines out. Oh, by the way, the paint doesn't come off of your fingers, I guess, unless you scrub them with a scrub brush. Ah! Phooey. So you know what would come in handy too? Tweezers. Because my fingers tend to be fat. They're not really fat, but like they get in the way with texting and this sort of thing. So there you go. So now I'm just going to put that there. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. Turned it the wrong way. Tweezers, Robin. You have them, use them. There you go. All right. Now I think I'll probably use white fire line. I'm going to wrap this around here a couple times because I did have a knot in the end, but it seemed like it was loose, so I just want to make sure it's going to stay. Okay. So as you can see, I have a pile of red, white, and blue seed beads there. Here it is. I killed my other big eye needle. This is a smaller one. I have a tendency to stick my finger through them and they end up spreading and then they're no good anymore. So I'm gonna cut off like about a wingspan of fire line. And take my needle out of the package. Now you see this is a brand new needle, right? I don't think it's going to be by the time I get done with it. I'm really hard on needles. I really, really am. I'm hard on bracelets too. Can't tell you how many 14 karat gold bracelets I lost in my lifetime. Terrible. It got to the point where I'm like, don't even buy me any because I'm just gonna lose them anyway, so. Hey, that worked out, didn't it? With the tape. So there you go. Throw some tape on your thing like they tell you to. Do you hear the scratching at the door? Can't tell you who that was. Can you? I don't know who that could be. Alright, so I'm going to run this across there. Tighten that a little bit. I think where I went wrong with the last bracelet that I made on the loom is that I did that and I didn't take into account that I need to weave in the thread, so it was too short of a distance. I'm going to flip this way. It's just easier for me to work that way. So I'm going to try to weave that tail in as much as I can until until I glue it. Oh, this cat. Now, mind you, he can be sound asleep when I decide to come in here. As soon as I come in here, it's like, oh, Mom's trying to do something. Let me go get in the way. I do love him. I really do. It's just kind of hard to work around him sometimes. Him and the bird screeching, and you know how it is. You've seen my videos, so you know how it is. And now he's gonna meow. Yeah. Oh, this cat. I'm not gonna let you in because you're bad. You like to hiss and bite the mama. Isn't that nice? And it's because you want your way. I don't think it's a personal thing. I think it's, hey, you're not paying attention to me thing. Like, hello, I'm the most important thing on the planet. What are you doing? That's what he thinks anyway. And for the most part, he is. So you get the idea, right? You just weave your thread back and forth so you get a good amount of thread there so that you can glue and put your end thing on. So I'm going to finish that and I'll be back. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to throw into this mix some 3mm bicones. These are like a metallic red. I got them off of eBay. Now, I don't know if you could see, but sometimes the edges are jagged. And I'm going to do them in red, white, and blue. Well, actually, these are crystal AB, but I was going to do stripes of the red, white, and blue. But maybe I'll make another one like that. Decided to just mix these guys up like I've been doing the other one. And I should shift them over to the other side of my mat. I don't have white in the 3mm bicones. I just have clear, so that'll have to do. All right. So I start out with my thread underneath because it just makes it easier for me. The beads have to go underneath these threads anyway, so I might as well. So you push your beads up through. You want one bead in between each of the threads. Oh, I missed my... How did I... Oh, I see what happened. I started my thread the wrong way. Alright, so you know what we're going to do? We're just going to tie a knot there. Because your beads are supposed to come around this thread and under. See that? Nobody will even know except for me and you guys. I don't know. I'm telling you. Alright, so now what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to put a bead through each. Pull that through. Like this red one should go there, the white one should go there, the blue one should go there, the red one there, and then the clear on the end, but these do not want to cooperate for some reason. I don't know. I'm telling you. sometimes, and I think after this one it'll be fine, honestly, because once you get going it does stay in place properly. Unless these bicones are not 3mm like they're supposed to be. Which is always a possibility. Where's my needle? So since this wants to be fidgety, I'm just going to take my time and go through one bead at a time here. Make sure you're above that thread. Ha! You thought you could win. Don't speak too soon, Robin. I think these are not 3mm bicones. I think they're 4mm. Sold as 3. I think that's what the problem is there. Okay. So let's see what happens on this row. Right? That one's not fine. I think it was just the way I had it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to be remembering the people who died so I can live freely. Let's see how that works. Oops. Yep, here we go. Alright. I'll be back when I get to the end of this. Show you how we're gonna put it together again. The only reason I do it in all the videos is so you don't have to go back and watch all the other videos, you know? Anyway, I will be back. So you know what's odd? I'm just picking up red, white, blue, and it's actually making a diagonal stripe. Sorry for shaking you. See it? You can't really tell because the clear, but it actually is making a diagonal stripe. It's funny. Odd funny. You know? Anyway, just thought I'd tell you that because I thought it was interesting. Just going to progress along. And I will be back when I'm at the end, or unless I have some other little tidbits to tell you. Because, you know, I'm always back and forth. I'll try to keep it just till the end, though. I'll be back. Okay. So I'm not quite near the end of my bracelet, and I am running out of thread. So I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to try to put my thread back into that last row. I hope. Now I feel about adding thread, right? I totally despise it. Not really, I don't despise it. It's just, I'd rather fold my thread over and work with the extra thread than, it's not really going to matter if it goes in. Work with the extra thread than have to add it. So that is just me. Now I'm going to try to do underneath. Because I don't want to lose my thread there. And I don't want it to, like you see, I don't know if you can see how the threads are going straight on this side and then they're slanted on this side. So I didn't really want to mess up that pattern, shall we say. So I'm going to try one more time going through this, although this is actually... See, if I go back this way, though, maybe it'll work. Let's see. Let's find out together. I just don't want to... would have helped if I went around my outer thread there. So, how are we going to add thread to this? IDK. I'm going to try to get this into that row next to it and then add thread. So do yourself a favor. Use 2 wingspans of, I'm going to come up through that. There we go. And then go through this way. Use 2 or 1.5 wingspans of thread. It's a lot easier than trying to figure out how you're going to add thread. That's my personal opinion, and I'm going to stick with it. I mean, if you've ever sewn anything, you know. I'm going to add almost a wingspan. You know that all you have to do is fold your thread over, and it shortens it. Alright, here would I put my needle? Did anybody see where I put my needle? Oh Lord, here it is. So I guess I'm going to go back a couple of rows, tie a knot, I just give myself a long tail and then pull it out as I go. See? That's what I mean by folding it over. So I'm going to go, I guess, here. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I have never done this before. This is only my 3rd loom bracelet. So we're going to find out, huh? and it's the first time I had to add thread, so. Let's see if we go in under, it really isn't going to matter, is it? Whether we go in under with this one or under the next one. But what is going to matter is that we're going to have to go back through them. The only problem with having your tail that long is it does tend to get knotted up on itself. And it's not even really a knot, just folds around itself. I have a song stuck in my head. You ever have a song stuck in your head? I'm going to flip this over here so I can see what I'm doing. Problem solved. Probably should have left a longer tail so I could hide that thread, but I didn't. So, there's that. So, thought I'd show you how we add thread. Or how I add thread. May not be the proper way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. Thank you. Alright, so I'm going to continue on. Once I get back down here, continue on with my bracelet. I'll be back. Well, folks, it pays to check your stuff beforehand. I thought these guys were the in-between size, and they kind of are, but can you see that? This is just a little too wide, and these are too wide the other way. So, yeah, it pays to check what you have on hand. See, this, I thought this was like midway between, and it kind of is, but it needs like another hair. See that? So, I'm just going to glue it and then take it off the loom and wait until oh, here it is. Wait. Oh, here it is. Oh, I think I was saving this for that other bracelet though, but I can make the other bracelet smaller. Oh, thank you. I thought I used it. I'm like, I don't remember using that. Nice. I found it. Makes me a happy camper. So the other bracelet that I'm going to make is either going to be really wide or one of the smaller ones, the 3 bead wide, because that's all I have. I mean, maybe I can do 4 rows for these. I mean, it's possible. But I have in my brain that things look better when they're odd numbered, but I could maybe do 4 rows. We'll see. Anyway, yay! Thought I used it. I actually thought I had them in silver too, but the only silver ones I have are these guys. So I had bought them with the intention years ago of making ribbon necklaces. I mean, you can glue them on. Oh wait, don't I have one of those open? You can glue them on. I don't know if this is going to work because it's been open for a while. Oh, it is. How about that? I don't even know what I was saying. Sorry about that. I get so easily distracted. So it worked out as far as adding the thread. I only have to worry about this piece, but with the big eye needles, which is awesome, you can, like, they're not a pain to thread like the other ones are. So what you can do is kind of put it in where you want it. Like, say, here. Put the thread through. And you're good to go. Isn't that awesome? There we go. Now, since I did that on top, I have to go on the bottom. But I will do that. And it also slides. I think I lost. Oh, there we go. It also slides across the needle, which is awesome, too. So, I'm going to cut it off there. Call it good. Oh, ooh. I'm waiting for this to dry. I really don't want glue on my tweezers there. There we go. I'm waiting for this to dry before I cut it. Cut the thread. Sorry about that. So, there you have it. Every time I wear this bracelet now, I can remember those who, not to sound morbid, but